Just before the free practice session begins, let's take a quick look at the Drivers' Championship. Mika Häkkinen starts the season determined to end it a two-time world champion. Teammate David Coulthard and Ferrari's Michael Schumacher are tipped to be his main rivals. But with Formula One being so unpredictable, we could see some real surprises yet. Well, that covers the drivers. Let's take a quick look at the constructors next. McLaren are looking forward to another year at the very top of Formula One. Team boss Ron Dennis has world champion Mika Häkkinen and David Coulthard at the wheel of the all-new MP4-14. Ferrari are likely to be McLaren's main rivals. Team boss Jean Todt has already stated in public that they are only interested in winning and that anything else is unacceptable. Elsewhere, British American Racing are looking forward to their first ever start in Formula One.
What's up guys, MickeyMoTiOnZ here and welcome to the first episode of the F1 Challenge Career Mode series for Old School Sunday. We are of course racing in the first season of the game, which is 1999, and the team I'm driving for is BAR, which is a new team for this season. And as you can see, this is qualification and the rules were different in 1999. As you can see, we have an hour session and there's 12 hot laps which I can do. Unfortunately, you can't skip time in this game, so what I usually do is just spend the first 10 minutes setting fast hot laps and then just end the session completely. And as you can see here, this is the fastest hot lap that I set. Now this game really isn't as easy as it looks. It's actually quite difficult to control the cars in this game because this game is actually more of a simulation. If you guys didn't know, this game is actually made by the same people who made rFactor. So that in itself explains how this game is more of a simulation than any other F1 games that have been released, like F1 by Codemasters or Liverpool Studios. And this is an era of F1 that I prefer because here you could just push and push and push without no problems. Nowadays it's all about saving the tires, saving the fuel and all that. But back then it was all about just pushing and pushing and pushing. It wouldn't matter because you had refueling and you could change your tires as well. But anyway, reaching the end of the hot lap, we're going to move on to the race. And you're going to see here I actually clipped the wall just ever so slightly. But I actually managed to get a fast hot lap at 1:33 and I qualify in 6th place. It's going to be interesting to see if I can gain a few places in the race.
I know now how to win a race and I know how to win a championship. I can concentrate and put all my efforts in areas what makes me to win.
As a team, we are much stronger than the rest. We have shown that many times last year. Because the car wasn't good, but due to the team effort we have been better.
Hello there. Welcome to Australia for the opening round of the 1999 FIA Formula One World Championship. The weather, as so often is the case here, is just wonderful. Over 30 degrees and climbing. It's a fantastic day for Formula One. Schumacher first. Häkkinen second. Coulthard third. Schumacher fourth. Barrichello fifth. The BAR driver put on a fantastic display throughout the qualifying hour. He starts this race from a very promising 6th. Irvine 7th. Trulli 8th. Jacques Villeneuve couldn't quite match the pace of his teammate. He starts 9th. Panis 10th. Branson 11th. Jean Alesi 12th. Hill 13th. Giancarlo Fisichella, 14th. Herbert, 15th. Alessandro Zanardi, 16th. De La Rosa, 17th. Tora Takagi, 18th. Genet, 19th. Wirtz, 20th. Diniz, 21st. Badoa, 22nd.
Right then, here we go for the first race of the season. We're using launch control on this 50% race. And here we go, and it looks like the launch control hasn't worked. We're having a slow start, unfortunately for me, and it looks like we're not going to lose any positions here. No, we haven't lost any positions at all. Irvine staying behind me, Barrichello still in front. We're going to try and brake late at this turn here, try and gain an advantage with this AI, since the AI is quite slow on the first few turns. And look, here we go, making a move on the inside. We almost overtake Schumacher, but didn't quite do it. So we're going to try and wait for the next few turns to try and make another late braking overtake, and let's see if we can do that. So we're going through here now, and I think we're gonna brake late, and we do make the overtake stick. That was a brilliant overtake, in fact, to make an overtake there. Now, as you had on the first lap, cars are already having issues. Back in the day, there used to be so many issues with cars, engine problems, suspension problems, brake failures, and you're gonna see that a lot throughout the season. Team radio. So Herbert already out of the race on the first lap. We're going to see that a lot throughout the season. But moving over to lap 8, and we lose control of the car. Luckily for us, the car keeps on the track and we don't have any damage on the car or anything, and that anti-stall kicking in, luckily for us. And we're trying to make sure that we don't lose any more time. I don't know what caused that mistake to happen. It must have just lost grip and suddenly the car just spun. Or it could be a sign of the car having issues already.
Coulthard is stuck in second gear.
So Coulthard already having gearbox issues, and it looks like we could actually get a podium position here. And Schumacher's 6 seconds behind, so this could actually work out well for us. Every single lap, we're actually pulling away by a second. So this is going to work out very well. So Coulthard slowing down, it's going to take a while for him to get back into the pits, and he's definitely going to retire from that. There's no way they're going to be able to fix that issue. So moving on to lap 15 now, and we've actually pulled away 13 seconds now, and we're actually catching up to the other Schumacher, Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari. So we're actually doing quite well here. We're actually going faster than what we expected. I don't know if Schumacher's having some kind of issues or not, but it looks like we're just pulling away now and we're actually catching up to Schumacher, but it's going to be quite hard.
Michael Schumacher has lost his rear wing.
No, Schumacher's lost his rear wing. This is absolute madness. I don't know what the hell's going on with these drivers. Seems like Schumacher must have crashed into a lapped car or something, because there's no way Schumacher would have made a mistake like that. So we're already gaining a few seconds on this sector now. So yeah, look, you can see a few lapped cars here. It looks like there's a lapped car with no rear wing as well. So I wonder what has happened. They must have just collided somehow. And that was it. Sometimes these lapped cars can be a bit dodgy. They don't slow down for you. And look at that. We're just going to cut the track here, because if Schumacher's lost his rear wing trying to overtake a lapped car, then I better be careful as well. So now we're going to take second place. It's absolutely crazy how this race has turned out. So we're going to overtake this lapped car here, and then try and overtake Schumacher as well. He should have just let us through. And I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's going from left to the right, and I'm going to go through the inside. And what the hell is he doing? So I don't know what the hell Schumacher was thinking, not letting us through.
Hakkinen is running first, about 10 seconds ahead. You're running second. Michael Schumacher has retired in sector 3.
So Schumacher's definitely going to have to get a penalty of some kind with the stewards there. You can't do that, going on the braking with no rear wing. And look at that, we just lose control on the braking, going over the curb. And that was it. So I don't know if we're just losing grip, if it's the tyres that's falling off, or if it's some kind of brake issue, because we did have another spin before. But anyway, it's the right time for me to go into the pits now and change tires, get some fresh new tires and some fuel as well, because we're running out already. We only have 2 laps left of fuel, so I think this is the right time to go put some fuel on. So we go under braking into the pits. It's a very weird pit entry there, but there you go, getting the pit limiter right on at the right time. And there we go, we broke a bit late there, so we're gonna lose a bit of time with this pit stop. Now we're just waiting to fill up the tank with fuel. And there we go, now 9.7 seconds. Now that's a bit of a slow stop. It usually takes around 8 seconds to fill up the car with fuel and change the tires. So we lost a bit of time there. We're now currently in 7th place. And there we go, so we have our teammate in front of us now, 2 seconds ahead of us, and Damon Hill behind us as well. Now we still have some kind of brake issues, but we resolved that by just braking a little earlier so we don't lose any time here. And as you can see, everybody's going into the pits now, so we gain the positions. And we should move up into 2nd place now, yes we do. And look at that, Häkkinen is 50 seconds ahead. There's no way we are going to win this race. So we're just going to have to settle for this podium position. But I'm more than happy with 2nd place. 2nd place was definitely unexpected. It's definitely a great result. But now we're just going to have to defend against Damon Hill, who's behind us. But I think he still has to pit for some fuel and change the tyres as well. But if Damon Hill hasn't stopped yet, then that means Damon Hill is going to be on the older tyres and we're going to be on the fresher tyres. So there should be no problems whatsoever. As you can see there, Damon Hill is still around 3 to 4 tenths behind. But he's suddenly just catching up here. And look at this, he's going to try and make a move on us. So since Häkkinen is in the pits, you can see on the top left of your screen, we are quickly catching up to Häkkinen. But the stop only lasts 20 seconds, around about that anyway. So we're not going to really get too close to him. But we're just going to concentrate on this battle now between me and Damon Hill. Damon Hill now getting better speed, better traction. And he's already 1/10 behind. So you can tell here, the AI is quite fast. And we're struggling a bit here, even with these fresher tires. I think we are on the prime tire right now, so that could be one of the reasons why we are slower. But we brake later here with these brake problems that we are having, and it's slowly getting worse and worse every single lap. The engineer hasn't told us anything about any braking issues, so we're just going to continue along here and just carry on as normal. Damon Hill trying to make the overtake, but it hasn't got enough speed to overtake. We're going to overtake these lap cars here as well. So Häkkinen is 24 seconds ahead now. There's definitely no way we're going to catch him. There's no way we're going to get 1st place. And we have 8 laps remaining as well, so there's no chance now. I guess we can push a little harder now since we have 2 laps extra fuel. And Damon Hill struggling behind the traffic there. As you can see, 1 second behind already he is. And we're going to move on now to lap 21. And look at this, we're already having major issues with the brakes. And look at this, once again we brake late because it looks like we're having a brake failure right now. And it's such a shame because we could lose 3rd position here. But we try and keep it on the track. And as you can see, Schumacher's catching up very quickly now. And Häkkinen is already 30 seconds ahead, so we definitely lost a lot of time. And look at this, we just about keep it on the track. This is so difficult to try and make sure we don't lose control and just crash the car completely. We want to keep a podium at least. And we're braking very early, but we still lose control of the car somehow. And now Schumacher's going to take 2nd place. So now we're stuck in 3rd place. Barry Keller's behind us. It's going to be almost impossible to keep these guys behind us. But we're going to try our best now. And this time, we make the car stick into this turn. And there you go. You've heard it for yourselves. The brakes are overheating. And it's not because I'm braking too hard or anything. We're just having issues with the car. There's nothing that we can do at all. But just try and make sure we brake early and keep it easy on the brakes. But we lose control again, and now we lose another 2 positions. Irvine and Barry Keller's going ahead of us, and now we're in 5th place. And we're going to try and make sure we don't lose any more places, but we lose positions again thanks to this brake failure with spin-off. And we're almost losing hope now because this is going to be impossible to keep this car on the track. Now, we want to at least get 1 point, and 1 point is 8th place. So it's not going to be easy. Look, we just cut the track there, and Damon Hill is catching up. It's such a shame that this had to happen, but there is no way we can continue like this. And look at this, we lose control of the car again. It's obvious we're having a brake failure right now. You don't see this in any other game, and it's such a shame. Look at this again, losing control of the car. And this time Damon Hill overtakes, and so does Truly. And there's my teammate Villeneuve, he's gonna overtake as well. But I still continue, I don't lose hope, and try to stay defensive against Villeneuve. But we are struggling right now. We cut the track completely there. We don't get a penalty luckily, but we had to cut the track because of the braking issues. And my teammate Villeneuve is catching up now, but look, we lose control again even though we braked very early. And that's pretty much it for me now. We just lost 8th place. So it's going to be virtually impossible now to try and get points. And we have 4 laps remaining, so I thought might as well try and at least finish this race. We can't just let this finish like this. And for some reason the lapped car lets us through. There we go. It's such a shame it's happened like this. It looked like we were going to get podium at least, but look at that, it's just impossible to keep control of this car. So at this point I'm just trying to do my best to brake early, but as you can see here, we lose control of the car once again. We're into the gravel trap, and now this time we lose our rear wing finally. So we're gonna have to retire our car now, unfortunately, because there is no way we can continue the race with no rear wing. It's one thing to lose the front wing and continue the race, but with a rear wing, it's impossible. And look at that. This time we lose the front wing, and that's it for us. Race over. What a disappointing race.
Well, that's the end of a fantastic Australian Grand Prix. Here are the final results. Mika Häkkinen first. Schumacher second. Rubens Barrichello third. Irvine fourth. Hill fifth. Branson 6th.
So as you can see here from these results, some of the top runners actually didn't make it to the end of the race because of issues. Several cars, I think about probably, 8 cars retired this race. And as you can see here, that's confirmation that we did have a brake failure, so there was nothing I could do there.
With the results confirmed, it's high time we updated the Drivers' Championship. Mika Häkkinen takes over the lead in the Drivers' Championship.
So unfortunately, me and Villeneuve get no points, so that's a huge shame.
McLaren take over the lead in the Constructors' Championship. Williams are second, followed by the 3rd place Stewart.
So that was a very disappointing race. We're going to have to try and fix these brake issues for the next race in Brazil. But hopefully, me and Villeneuve can get some points for the team, and hopefully we can move on from there. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure you like this video. I put a lot of effort into this. Make sure you comment and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. This is MickeyMoTiOnZ. I'm out. Peace.